What is up? Good morning, everybody. I know, come at me, bro. He's over not in the States, so it's a little bit later in the day for him. He said this is his ideal show. This is your ideal show to wake up, walk your dog in the morning, have a cup of coffee with the daily bread. You can read the newspaper. I doubt people still do that anymore, but little morning wake up for you today. What you need to be looking at, what you need to be locking in once you get up. Sosa, how you doing?
Man, early start. We all got stuff to do, but we got to make sure that we look out for the people. That's most important, right?
Yes, sir. Can't try to miss a day. But yeah, break out that coffee. This is probably one of the first streams that's not during the day that we're not drinking during, but it is what it is. Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. So I guess we're not living by those rules today.
Right. We're just chilling. US.
Yeah, the Olympics are nice and live. I mean, I was watching some crew last night.
Oh man, I was watching some cycling, some tennis. I watched the air rifle archery where the chick from China got the first medal of the games. So yeah, I'm pretty locked in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm focused. I'm focused, man. Also just tailing a lot of the stuff that Andrew puts out there because, well, he is capping, everything, which makes a lot. Actually, it makes it much easier for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna cap a lot of. I'm not capping very much of the Olympics. I'm going to tail 90% of what Andrew puts out there because I know that he puts in the time with that. For me, it's there's so many variables with the Olympics with players not playing with each other, pause, and like not having chemistry or whatever or different rules dictating these players being able to play, and then you got to throw in COVID.
I'll keep it real simple for what I'll cap.
Football season
Men's soccer,
8 days away. Okay,
basketball.
That's all I'm thinking about right now. Baseball and NFL being 47 days away. That's what I'm about.
I'm about the men's soccer and the basketball. That's probably what I'll try to cap. But the 3-on-3, I saw a lot of people before we get into MLB and MLS. I saw a lot of people loving the 3-on-3. Quick thoughts on that?
I love it. I love it too because it brings an idea of a completely different strategy to basketball. It's much more strategic. It's all the games are just they're live. There's a lot of action, a lot of activity, even with the women because it's a smaller space. You see like a lot.
But there's more space.
No,
I know it's a smaller space, but there's more space out there on the court.
There's only 6 people, right? So it's cool, man. I like the idea behind different strategy. We've played basketball in our lifetime, and it's always 5-on-5, and so to actually get a glimpse of it for the first time was pretty dope. I can't even lie, that was really cool to me.
Yeah, that's what you do in practice the whole time. You had the mini tournaments in practice. You had 3-on-3s to get like the first hour before you got in the 5-on-5. I mean, I always loved when we went 3-on-3s in practice. It was always a good time. But all right, there we go. We got all of our usuals tapping in. Thank you for that. Make sure you guys are dropping us up, keep hitting us up in the comments. But let's just get into the MLB slate for today.
Yes,
so Sosa, we had a nice night last night there. Our little brain juice action on that Angels ended up coming through where you're just take them first 5, don't take them on the money line. And guess what happened? That was a green ticket instead of a red one.
That's why we're here, man. We're here for the people. We show up for this, and this is why I'm into it. I'm just I'm happy with the way that worked out. Everything went well. We had a couple of games that didn't go my way as far as like the people that subbed to me and whatnot. But in regards to last night, much better day, a much more normal day in baseball. A lot of weird shit happened over the first few days from the All-Star break, but yesterday was a good back to the mean type of day.
All right, let's just get into it. Come at me, bro. Said it. Let's get into the Dodgers game today. You can vent about what happened last night. Are you touching them again today?
Bro, Yes, I'm touching him again today. Of course, but like, what the fuck, man? You talk about absolute meltdown of the bullpen. Holy shit! They need another starter. They need to go get Craig Kimbrell. Like that's the only resolution at this point. If you don't go get a closer or someone at the back end of that rotation or of that bullpen, and also like I want to be like a little more what is the word? A little more critical of the pitching situation, but we've been ravaged by injuries. You can't account for injuries when Dustin May goes down, Trevor Bauer's gone. Um, Kershaw's on the shelf right now. Seager's missed almost the entire season. Bellinger missed the first 35, 40 games. We're missing players. And the bullpen's been taxed. They look taxed. They look like they're not ready. Back end of the bullpen, middle of the bullpen has been bad. There's no excuse. There's no other way around it. They've been bad. So am I concerned? I am concerned. The Trevor Bauer situation is huge. Can you highlight Betting Joe's?
Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. Our boy Chad jumped in.
I'm about to shut you down right there. We don't just buy players. That's false. That's absolutely false. The majority of our players that we have in the rotation in the lineup, we brought them all up from the farm system. Dustin May, Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw, those are all Dodger products. Corey Seager, Cody Bellinger. Outside of Mookie Betts and Trevor Bauer, whom have we paid for? You're not going to do that to me. I got the receipts. I love the Dodgers. We have, and the thing is, we still have a top 5 farm system in baseball, which is why we can go get Kimbrel. We can go give up 2 prospects that are probably going to be real fucking good and go get a Kimbrel because we're a win now team too. People could say we buy players players want to come play in LA, right? You think Mookie Betts didn't want to come to LA? I like Boston and everything, but I don't know about being a black athlete in Boston. I'm just being honest. I don't think I would love it. Totally honest. So yeah.
All right. So to get in today's game, does the Dodgers get off the 1-5 schneid, or do they keep riding that? Are you going run line, run line?
You bet them. I bet them, bro. There's nothing to get me off of them. Yes, the bullpen's been bad the last 2 games. I'm right back to the well today. Dodgers run line. I'm on it again. Fight me if you want. It's at even money today, man. Like they're basically saying we should fuck them up. We should murder them. Where the run line's at even money. It's probably not even worth it to bet it. Just bet the over. Just bet the over in the game. Over 8.5, -106. It's going to hit.
Yeah, and then
I like the run line, but at even money, come on.
You want at least the +120 when you're doing a run line. Once you get around the even, it's almost better to bet it live when the other team's up at bat or something like that.
Absolutely. So I wouldn't even do that. Don't even do that. What up, lady?
Everyone keep tapping in. Good morning, everybody. Break out that coffee. Do whatever you're doing. Hope you're enjoying the morning. We only got through the 1 game so far. And with Freeland, he just pitched against them on the 17th. And, he took an L, didn't look too hot, so your run line might not look too bad here. 9-2 loss the last time he faced the Dodgers.
Bro, we were up by 4 last night. We were up 3-1 entering the 9th inning the night before. It's they've just blown the last 2 games. And they've blown them. It's been horrible, absolutely horrible. But yeah, if that's the question, Dodgers run line, I'm on it. But I would take the over in the game just to be safer, personally.
All right, where's our second spot of the day?
Second spot of the day is going to be fade the White Sox on Saturday. I don't give a fuck if Rodon is pitching or not. I like the Brewers on the money line, -132. If you want to get extra spicy with the run line, you can do that at +164. That is super great value. The money line's my choice though at -132. Corbin Burns on the mound. I like them at home. I don't like the White Sox on the road. I don't like Rodon on Sundays or on Saturdays, excuse me. And that's that for me.
The only thing I have to give Rodon his credit for this season is in his 48 innings pitched on the road. I mean, he's 5-0, 8 starts, 1.69 ERA, but he hasn't faced at Milwaukee yet this season, which is, I don't want to say it's a different beast, but I don't have all of Rodon's away starts in front of me here. But when you're getting into the NL Park, he will have to be batting. Our spin doctor gave us something that, not that I didn't think of, but it was nice, like reinsurance to hear. Maybe it's too simple, but the pitcher usually doesn't bat 3 times if they're AL in the NL Park. So it usually depends, unless they're up, it usually depends at what point do they get to their third at bat. So Rodon may not be going a full night. Maybe they will bat him 3 times, but that was just something interesting to hear and think about.
That's a great fact, man, because those AL pitchers are not used to hitting. They don't have to do it in their AL at home or in opposing ballparks in the league. So that's a play too. But again,
this is Spin Doctor right under me, Chris.
This is Spin Doctor, ACG X2 on Twitter. Check him out. Great information, great analysis, great numbers. And I heard he's got a paid service coming. Those K-prop unders have been extremely profitable. So
got a winner last night.
Absolutely. He's got winners all week.
Yeah, his tout play didn't win, but when you get boys with them.
Yeah, as I'm saying, you get he's been sharing a lot of sauce with the homies, and I truly appreciate him for that for sure.
All right, let's get into our eye popper, something that the Daily Bread likes to do each time this man is up. This is a tough fade Harvey spot because he's going up against Scherzer. Not tough as in to do it, but where, how, what are we betting just because
already
Mad Max versus Harvey?
That's my play. That was my first, if you look at all my notes, that was my first play. My first play is the Nationals first 5 minus half a run. I don't know what the price is because it wasn't available last night when I capped it.
I got you.
-1 or right. See, I like the run line first 5 because you're not going to bet with their bullpen, right? This is a simply fade Harvey, roll with Scherzer situation.
Minus a half is minus 150.
Minus 150.
If you get -1, it's minus 115.
I like both. Play it safe with the minus half, just because again, it's a fade Harvey, roll with Scherzer. That's my play. I'm not going to go the whole game. I also like the Nationals lineup right now. They've been playing better. Last night, not so much. They fucking lost the opening game of the series, but I like them tonight to bounce back. 100%.
Okay, and then when we get to MLS Sosa, I think we'll have a cross sport parlay to tie that first 5 Nationals. Just because when we're looking at the books, we usually try to use DraftKings, FanDuel. We both have our locals. We both have our other ones, but we're trying to get the lines that you guys can get. And Betting Joe's, the -1's usually available on some books, but for some reason, some people just can't get it. So if you're stuck with this minus 0.5 run line and you don't want to pay that juice, we'll get you something to pair with it. Don't you worry.
Absolutely.
And if anyone else wants to write in potential comments for a parlay piece, get you in there as well, because we're being the book together. Yes, what's your last play, or is that you spelled off 3 so far?
I got 2 more that I like, and this is just from early capping. This is the Angels Twins over 9 at -114 is a play for me today.
The over 9.
Over 9. The Twins are marching out Barrios. Angels are.
I love Barrios for some reason. I don't know why.
Because he throws hard, I guess. But I like the over 9. It's actually dropped now to -110. This morning, early morning when I was looking stuff up, it was at -114. It's at -110 now. That is the play that is the another play that I love today. We'd actually go first 5 over as well if you can get it. First 5 over should be not a problem. First 5, I believe, is over 4.5, -128. I like both of those. First 5 and full game over in the Minnesota Twins game. I love it personally, and I will be betting it.
Yeah, 3 of the 5 games between the Twins and the Angels have gone over so far this season. I'm just trying to see if I can get any nice trend or stat quickly off the bat here.
And we're going double nerfy today. We're going
in
nerfy.
night games. I don't know why this is a thing. In night games, the Twins are 32-15 to the over. Most meaningless stat, but there you go, Sosa.
There you go. The game's at night.
After a win, 27-12 as well. That's the one I like a lot more. And against lefties, 22-11. So the first one was kind of your funny one, but those last two are the ones that you can actually take some truth into.
Absolutely.
All right, what was your last one, a nerfy? I'm
going to go 2 nerfies today. Double nerfy. We're going to go nerfy in the Toronto Blue Jays New York Mets game.
Does that have any salt behind that one or no?
Just look at the pitcher matchups. You don't have I like Ryu to get me 3 outs. And I think Taiwan bounces back from that disastrous mistake that he made against believe it was the Nationals. Was that the Nationals or who were they playing on Sunday where he fucking threw the ball out of the, to foul territory? They were playing the Pirates. Oh my God. That was horrendous.
There's something about that park.
And that's the play. And that's the play that I like. It was against Pittsburgh where he did that dumb shit. My God. I think he bounces. I think it has to be a bounce back for him. First inning, he gets us out the first inning. No runs first inning in the Mets. Blue Jays game score. That is at let me see what the number is at. That is at even money, -110. Lock it in. After the first inning, it's gonna be hit after hit after hit. First inning though, I like no runs in that game. Just based off.
Rory, have you been sleeping? Isn't it fucking like 3:30 a.m. in there over there in Hawaii right now? Or am I mixing up our Rorys?
Yeah, that's Roy. Roy. Oh. He's in Hawaii. That's the homie Roy. Yeah, I don't know Roy. Rory's new. Welcome, Rory.
Damn, my bad. Maybe he's in Hawaii too. But I was just saying, I was like, damn, if he's actually up with us, we might have to send him something.
Yeah, we definitely got to. So we got that, and that's the nerfy I like. And the second nerfy that I like is the one that probably the whole world is on, the White Sox Brewers. I'm sure that's juiced to the max. So that might be a nice little parlay piece as well. -135. Good. It's decent value. Rodon and Burns on the mound. So it's a good play. Usually I go like middle of the pack pitchers, the 2 guys at the top of the rotation. I wouldn't mind. I would take a ticket. No question. Tigers, Royals. Can't trust.
That's the game I was about to get into. So what can you trust?
I can't trust either of the pitchers because Mize, although he's been good, he's been on pitch counts the last few games. I can't he could be very what's the word? He could be very inconsistent, if that's the word, or just shoddy in general. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to not want to touch him. 3 outs, I feel you, but what if Hernandez gives up? Like it's not just that's tough for me, man. I like it. What is your reason for fade the Chicago? Okay, Taze, I need you to look up their record on Saturday.
I can get it to you in 1 second. I actually have that.
Get their record. What's their record on Saturdays? Yeah, Mize is hit or miss. I mean, and also you got to remember they limit his pitches because he's young. They're doing a lot of that with the rotation. They got a lot of young arms in. They have a lot of young arms with the Tigers who are good. But the thing is that in the day and age that we live in, it's not like it used to be. You put a young kid out there, he throws 100 pitches, he blows out his arm. Mark Pryor, we've seen it happen with a bunch of guys, in our lifetime. So now they have to just work these guys slowly, so that they can continuously build up, or, they'll be getting Tommy John in 6 months and be sitting out a year.
So on Saturdays in the past 3 seasons, they're 23-30. And in this season, they were sitting at, I believe it was like 4-7. But right now, I think they've won their last 2 Saturday games. So they started to pick it back up. So we're assuming that they'll go back to their mean.
It's just been a fade for my, and the thing is they started out so terrible on Saturdays. That's just me. I just fade them on Saturday.
Yep. So let's get back into that Tigers game real quick. That was one of the 2 questions I had. my only loss last night was the Tigers. That was kind of like the fish hook, line, and sinker right there, seeing that team there. And you know what? They're putting it right back there at that price. But we saw that the whole series with the Rangers. I mean, you just kind of summed it up with Mize being on the pitch count.
Yeah. And I love this young Tiger team. We've heard me talk about them the last few days. I love the lineup. The young kids, Badu, what's my man's name? Shoop has been having an outstanding year. They've been good. They've been really good. They're a 500 team right now. If you told me 2 weeks into the Major League season that they'd be at 500 right after the All-Star break, I'd say you were smoking meth. You know,
was Mize one of the sticky stuff guys?
I'm not sure, but remember his pitch counts are so limited.
Well, because he's pitched against Kansas City already 3 times this season, but 2 came in May, 1 came in June. So that's why I was thinking that was before the sticky stuff, because he went 6 1/3, 6 2/3, and that was before his pitch count came in. So that's just kind of where he got 2 wins, and the other one he got a no decision. So that's just kind of where he's not used to this lineup. But yeah, Consolardo is pretty nice as well.
And Larry, yeah, I mean, like I said, they're a young team. They have so much young talent too. That's a team with a farm system that they got a ton of prospects. I mean that happens when you're bad, right? That happens when you're bad, continuously bad. But it's the same. They're kind of constructed kind of like Houston was 5 years ago, right? They got a bunch of young guys that they're going to continuously get into the pipeline, and they got the best manager to develop them. They got the same guy that developed the dudes in Houston in Detroit. It's like the greatest combination. A guy who knows how to develop young talent, not overwork them, and motivate them all in one. So it's a perfect fit. The Tigers have done a great job of figuring that out quickly.
Yep. So let's get into the one play that I'm liking today, and I just hoping you're not talking me off this one. Bounce back spot for our A's.
Yep, Bassett on the mound. I love it. I'm with you. I'm already on it with you, bro. I like Bassett. Bounce back against a team that. Come on, are we really going to bet on the Angels for an entire game? Probably not. No, we're probably not going to do that.
You mean Mariners?
Or the Mariners? I'm not running back with them. Angels, Mariners, both of them. But I don't fuck with either of them.
Yeah, so that's where I'm liking the A's today. I'm just letting you know what price I'm locking that in. That was one of the games I caught last night where they gave up 3 early, fought right back, then gave up the 1 right afterwards, and it is what it is when that happens. I'll be back in the A's at -120 today on the road, Bassett against Gilbert.
We will be backing the A's.
Oh, we will
be backing the A's. So I'm with you, bro. It's on my list. I can't even front. It's definitely on my list. That's what I love too. Is like when you have a play that we haven't spoken about, and I was on it as well. It makes it much easier. You know what I mean? Because I like that play off top.
Any other spots? Any other games you want to talk about? We're neglecting the Sox Yanks after the Sox cashed us last night. That price is pretty big, so I'm not liking too much there.
I'm going to put some props out probably later, but that's really all that I've looked at so far. Really want to get back into MLS because I'm not going to lie. When we lose the way we did the other night, we have to win tonight. We have to win tonight. I mean, like that's what I want to get into. I want to get into the most important segment of the show. The reason why the people really show up, okay, is for you to tell us who to bet in the MLS because you are the only person I know who knows the MLS. Well,
yeah, sometimes it's a devil and a curse, but I'm about to qualify for the Champions League and fantasy and potentially win like $10,000 with like a top of the 250 MLS fantasy player. All right, that's enough fantasy talk. No one cares about your fantasy team. But yeah, that fucking Chicago Fire. No one cares about your football fantasy team either. Yeah, that Chicago Fire, that's staring right back at me again today, which is the worst part. Giving up 2 goals after the 80th minute, where that's what happens when you bet bad teams. We told you you're getting involved with the Fire and DC United. They're two bad ones. And once again, they're hosting Toronto FC. And the one thing that I do like for this Fire spot, which is why I do think, I mean, you're paying, I'm not going to be on it because it's plus 103. I'm not going to be on it. But when there's a midweek game and then you have a weekend game, not many teams get back-to-back home-to-homes. The Chicago Fire is one of the few teams that have a back-to-back home-to-home, so there's no travel. Travel in the MLS actually matters. So that's just where the Chicago Fire, that price seems a little too low. I just don't want to get involved with it because when I'm looking at this game, it's about a spot-on price, but it is what it is. Let's get into the games that we'll actually be betting. Do we take a chance on the biggest underdog of the season? LAFC is sitting at minus 500. You get the Vancouver Whitecaps at plus 1,200 on the money line, plus 2 goal line. It's our biggest spread so far. I mean, not saying that you should do it just because Vancouver kind of sucks, but LAFC took a midweek loss. I mean, if you really just want to throw $5 on it, I can't knock you off that, but don't be throwing any hard cash on there. It's just, you don't get that usually that big of prices, but we got our first one of the season.
I'm with it, man. Listen, you already know, like whatever you say, I do in regards to the MLS. So we ride together on those every single time.
And then the first, man, this is where it's tough because we saw the first play I wanted to do was to be a hungry dog at the 3:30 kick with the Columbus Crew. They'd going to Atlanta, but with the Atlanta coach being fired and we saw their last game against Cincy, it was a 1-1, but Cincy's a little bit better of a team, but they just didn't look too hot. Yosef came in off the bench, so I'm expecting Yosef Martinez to start today. So as long as I said this on the last show, since he didn't start, we didn't play it. But if Yosef is starting, I'm definitely backing him anytime goal scorer. He's the goal king for a reason in the MLS. And then we're going to throw a little bit of coin on the Columbus Crew at plus 0.25 at minus 110. The money line sitting at plus 227. But until I see Atlanta win a game, we're going to be backing the other team. So the plus 0.25. So it's half a win. If they draw, if they lose, you lose your bet. If they win, you win your bet. Pretty simple if you're not into the Asian handicapping. But the Crew at plus 0.25. I also expect that one to go under. But once again, I mean, the game I told you that was going to go under, the Sounders, Austin, it ended up going under. It just seems like very similar there. Your over spot of the night is definitely going to be in the Portland Timbers versus the Minnesota United on the Wednesday night. We took the over 2.5 while doing the money line on the last Portland game. That was with LAFC, so it didn't end up cashing, but I know it would go over 2.5. Once again, I know Minnesota Portland will go over 2.5. It's sitting at a juiced over 3 right now, so play it live. I think that's your parlay piece right there, Sosa, for the Nationals run line is the over 3 in the Timbers versus United.
Okay, that's what we're locking in. We're going to parlay that, and
you can do both teams to score. That's a way as well. But yeah, that's our cross sport parlay. That's our third official one we've given out on the show.
Tell me to play one more time.
The Timbers, Minnesota United over 3 minus 130.
I'm about to lock it in.
You can even buy down to like the 2.5 if you want to like get the juicier way and not have a potential push, but better prices if it pays out.
And hold on one more time. The play for that game. Sorry.
You're all good. The Timbers, Minnesota over 3.
Okay. I have over 2.5 at minus 188.
Yeah, you can do that. So it pays out, and then minus 188 and a minus 150 gives you a plus parlay price.
Ah, yes, sir. And because I'm trying to put it together on the book right now and just drop the unit on it right now. It is first 5. First have run line. Ooh, they have the run line right now at minus 1.5. What is yours?
Minus 0.5 at 150.
Ooh.
I can put it together in my book real quick.
It's different on Chief. That's the problem. All right, I went to FanDuel. I've been going to BetMGM as of recently, but They have that at plus 227, the run line, or first half run line with the Washington Nationals, and over 2.5.
So over 3, click. This is great content right here.
Yeah, just free money. We're just trying to make it easy for y'all to just put the bet in and win.
All right, so minus 130, minus 150. That gets you to a plus 196 price. If you want to do the 188, that gets you down to like a little bit around minus or plus 145. Mm-hmm. So either way, cool with us.
Okay. So is that everything you're putting out into the atmosphere?
Yeah. The only other thing I could potentially see here, and we'll be on it because this team, I don't know if they like their overs right now. I think it's just more of Walker Zimmerman being outside of their lineup. The Crew did tie Nashville 0-0 in their last one, but before that, Nashville's games have been going over. They're facing Cincy. I think the Nashville team total is the safer way to go there because Cincy has never traveled well to Nashville in their short history, but an over 2.5 at minus 120, I like that play as well. That would wrap it up. There's the Rocky Mountain Derby today. Can you name the two teams that are in that?
The Colorado Rapids and a team from.
No one likes this basketball city. It's the player's least favorite city to travel to.
Salt Lake City.
Yep,
I got it right. There we go.
Yeah, the Rapids versus Real Salt Lake. That's like that's your Rocky Mountain Derby for the day.
I was like in my head, I'm like looking at the virtual map of America. Like which state is right next to Colorado?
Yeah, that one's always like if you just want to see not a bloodbath, but if you want to see some beef on the field, hard tackles, that's your game to watch. Starts at late night at 10. The other two matches kind of suck at that point. But yeah, we'll rock with that cross-sport parlay.
And I have one more thought before. So let me go ahead, give out the numbers. My bad.
No, you're all good. The cross-sport parlay is what we're riding. We're riding the Crew on the Asian handicap, and then we're riding the Nashville Cincy over.
Yes, sir. And also, the reason why I have this lovely young lady behind me is because the opening ceremonies were last night in the Olympics. I love her. I hope she wins everything. To see a black girl who's Japanese light the cauldron made me extremely happy as a black man. And yeah, like I just wanted to put that out there. This is the future, the face of the future. I love her. I hope that she I hope she hits $1 billion before she turns 30. She's that type of athlete, and I'm very happy to. I'm very excited to see her play. Also, all you people that are saying that the U.S. aren't going to win the gold medal in basketball, you need your fucking citizenship revoked. Every one of y'all. Actually, you know what? It's funny because like only people outside of America have actually said that. I mean, so if you think that the USA isn't going to win gold in basketball, then fuck you. Yeah, that's all I got for the people today, man. You guys. That's all I got.
We got at least a 6-pack of MLB plays for you. Got some soccer action if you want to jump in as well. And yeah, we had a tip. Someone put it out there on the Twitter sphere to back her to light the cauldron. The odds dropped real quick.
Andrew gave out plus 650. We're going to talk more about the Olympics tomorrow, but like if you're betting the Olympics, especially this opening weekend, don't be stupid. Please don't go a full unit. Please don't gamble a shit ton of your money on the Olympics. They're extremely volatile. It is a COVID year. There are athletes getting dropped left and right. Don't fucking donate your money to the sports book betting the Olympics thinking you know what the fuck is going on. Do not do that. This is a PSA from Sosa and Rex. Do not fuck your bankroll up betting on shit you don't fucking know. Please. For us. So we can continue to give you winners. Don't do that. Don't go out here betting on fucking badminton and fucking fencing, and then look at your bankroll like, fuck, man, I probably shouldn't have bet on these guys whose names I can't fucking pronounce. Right? Don't do that. You can't pronounce the name, stay away. Just watch the shit. Enjoy it. Cheer for your country. Don't gamble. Don't fuck up the bankroll betting on shit you don't know. Please.
Yep, the first half of the cross sport was the Nationals minus 0.5, first 5 at minus 150.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, other than that, I guess the wildest thing I caught myself last night was I didn't think I'd be watching Bahrain handball.
It's like, what the fuck, man? I'm watching cycling and fucking air rifle.
Turn it off when cycling comes on, unless it's a sprint, man. Like the long distance running, I need a sprint.
Right. You already know. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Early morning. This is what we are about, man. Just getting the winners to the people and getting paid. Again, don't fuck your bankroll up on the Olympics. Bet on shit you know. Wait till basketball. Wait till track and field. Our buddy Andrew tonight or today at some point we're doing a Twitter Spaces talking about swimming. He's an Australian, so I trust him when it comes to swimming. I actually trust him when it comes to most sports. The motherfucker's a genius.
Until then, we'll talk to you later on Spaces. You'll see us tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all.